Hey, coaches, I want to welcome you back to Bigs Rule the World, where we talk about offensive line play. Specifically, we've been focusing here lately on the wing T offense with Coach Rick Stewart from All Access Coaching. We're glad to have him back today as he takes us for a brief dive inside the belly. So stay tuned for my talk with Coach. Awesome. Thank you. Want to welcome back Coach Rick Stewart. He's going to sit down and talk with us today more about the wing T, specifically talking today about the belly. Thank you, Coach.
Guys, I'm excited. So we're going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to do just a real brief overview of our belly family and how we run it out of the pistol. This isn't going to be a deep dive into one play. Obviously you get a hold of me. If you have more questions, we do have the whole system that me and Jason McManus came up with. Jason McManus is an air raid RPO guy, 12 years in college, 4 state titles in South Carolina. And when he saw what I was doing the pistol, he just made a comment at a Glacier play and said, "Man, you could do all my passing stuff out of that formation." And I go, "What? Where do you live?" So I drove down, spent 4 days with him. And we created this whole system. It's going to be about 14, 15 courses. And, our 2 wings, those are 4x1, 3x1. Those are his slot receivers. So, we just moved him in. And so he kind of adjusted the landmarks. We came up with some simple ones. This air raid system, we're not going as deep as the Hal Mummy disciples because we still got to be good at all of our wing T stuff. And instead of marrying all the air raid and RPO stuff to inside zone, we married it to like belly, jet, and power. And we got a good little buck sweep RPO off it and things like that. But this is going to be just a really simple, how we run the belly family out of the pistol. So I'm going to share my screen with you here, fellas. I'm going to start with the Playmaker Pro with the drawing. And then I've got a couple of clips I'm going to show you. And then we'll have Coach Allen jump back on here. So I apologize, guys. I'm looking at all my open screens. Our first scrimmage tomorrow, so I've got like a million things open right now. I'm trying to get ready for that scrimmage. And I need to open that screen up. Oh, I apologize, fellas. Give me a second here. Number 2. Oh, okay. It tells me right there, number 2. All right. All right, Coach Ellen, if your mic's on, can you help me out? Make sure you guys can see the Playmaker Pro.
I got you, Coach.
Okay. All right. So this coming out of my skills and drills manual. I have a whole book that breaks down all the footwork and stuff. It's more like when you take over the system, it's the manual you give your wide receiver and running back coach. I have a separate offensive line manual that we have. And that's a different deal. So to give you an idea here. So this is, oh man, that virtual thing's messing us up. So this is the old line manual we have. It's 285 pages just for offensive line and all the drills and how we bird dog and Homer's Dairy. This comes out of a different book, which we call our skills and drills manual, and it's all drawn up. So in that, I use the Delaware system so that people understand. However, I don't use the Delaware system. I needed a very easy way to call this. And so we go odd numbers left, even numbers right. So this is kind of gives you an idea. This is on block or fan blocking. And so that's what it would look like. Now, you notice that these quarterbacks, the quarterback is not in pistol, okay? All we do, I hope it's the next page. I hope I got this right. There we go. So let me back forward. So you saw 33 belly. It's really simple. Here's the motion from the wing. Here's the bib block. Bib for us is back inside the backer. And anytime you bib, we call that you're going to the FBI, first backer inside. You still got the lateral hop by the tailback. In the under center, still lateral hop. Whether you want to put him here and go straight to the FBI or wing, he bibs, it doesn't matter about the quarterback. This guy's still motion to get in pitch relationship. So all we did basically was take the quarterback and back him up 3 steps and run the play. It really was that easy. Now, when we first started doing it, I made those awful videos with Championship Productions. My deep apologies if you bought those videos. We used to be reverse pivoting because I wanted to stay true to wing T. Now we open up and we've added not an RPO read, a double option RRO read. And so when this hang player cheats to come in and tackle the fullback, we pull it and run belly option. Belly option is just built into our play call. And now the RPO we've added on it is this guy comes up to get the pitch. We run our split in on a 5-yard dig and we throw the ball right here. So we really, really are picking on this guy. We should go to the principal's office for bullying and hazing because this poor outside backer is just really screwed. So that's how we do our belly. And what you want to do, I've got all these different formations. I'm a big formation guy. I've got about 75 different formations that we like to run it out of. Then, of course, here's the tackle. So I'm going to get back to the pistol page. Yeah, here we go. So we have our Nomo, ride and reach, and you get the handoff, come around the top. We pull the backside guard. Bellevue, Washington, I got that from them. And then our belly pass. So again, all we did was back our quarterback up 3 yards. None of the blocking changes, none of the backfield changes. Our lower level program, my son's the JV coach here in Pennsylvania. Our younger kids, we have a new freshman quarterback. He's brand new, deer in the headlights right now. So we're going to have him go under center this year because the rest of the JVs will learn the offense. And then when that kid gets a year under his belt, his sophomore year will start transitioning back to the pistol. He's the only one that's really affected. So on our belly, here's all the footwork. Again, this is right out of our skills manual. Every single play is broken down with this kind of detail with all the footwork and exactly what we do. If the tackle is down blocking, in other words, it's a cross block, we want our quarterback to put the ball in the fullback's belly. We call him a tailback, not a fullback, because he never blocks. And we're going to shuffle our feet as far as we can on the line of scrimmage. It's the old inside veer concept that the longer you can ride and reach. Notice here he's not shuffling. The reason he's not shuffling here is because now we got an A-gap guy, and we're going to on-block that. When the guard blocks him, this guy might cross space or spin out, and we'll cut this thing back. So we're still reading our wind back. No shuffle against a nose guard because we're going to the center. We tell the center, block the nose guard any way you want. You can't be wrong. So we shuffle if the tackle's coming down and blocking, okay? And then this is what it looks like. I give you the Delaware version. So if you're a hardcore wing T guy, you can easily convert to how do we run it out of Delaware and how we run it out of pistol. And then I'm going to get to some game film here and some blocking, but basically there it is going the other way. You want to, I guess I must have done a copy and paste and forgot it. There should be the under center there. In the book, you have both versions. There's our tackle trap. Now, tackle trap is our inside zone play. Okay, it's the Rich Rodriguez when he was at Virginia and Dana Hogan and these guys put in the zone read option. Well, we're doing the same thing. We're reading this 5-tech. Okay, if this 5-tech stays on like he's supposed to or just chills, okay, we hand it off to our tackle trap. If this guy starts chasing the puller, then our quarterback pulls it, and we pitch off of that outside backer that we've been reading off belly. So this is now triple option football. That's our dive read, and then we have a hang player, a strong safety over here. That's our pitch read. Okay, so everything's built into now. Every single running play in the pistol wing T, we have built-in reads for the quarterback, so the defense is always run. We make reads on buck sweep now. We call it a steal call. I got that from Scott Meadows from the Smoke and Mirrors shotgun wing T. He's the expert on shotgun wing T if you want to do this kind of stuff. We read inside backers on jelly, on jet, on jelly. What's jelly? We read the inside backer on jet. We read the 1-tech on guard trap. We read the 3-tech on midline. We've built in everything. Our counter off of the down family, buck family. Read the outside DN. So we've built it in. It ties into the Tubby Raymond philosophy of putting the defense in conflict. So there's the trap going the other way. This is our Nomo ride and reach coming around we're pulling the backside guard. And kind of what we do there. And then we got our belly pass. Okay, so with that said, yep, there we go. And there's kind of our family of what we do out of the pistol. Okay, so with that said, let me jump to some game film here. Again, Coach Allen, now can you see my huddle account?
Yes, sir.
By the way, guys, I've left Huddle. Our school account's still on Huddle, but we have switched over to Quick Cuts. We really, really like Quick Cuts. I don't have all my stuff imported, so I couldn't pull it up for Coach Allen. Quick Cuts is unlimited storage. You don't have this 100-hour storage limit that Huddle put on us, and the playbook's for free. They don't charge you an extra $200 for the playbook like Huddle does. And the football account is running us about $425. $425 for unlimited storage with a playbook. And what's really cool about Quick Cuts is they have the ability, there's a button up there, and your parents can hit this button and pay $50. Actually, set the price wherever you want. We set it for $50. And the parents can watch every single game that we're filming. Somehow Quick Cuts connects our camera from the press box to their cell phone. If they're at home or you've got grandma that's out of the state, it connects to their computer, their iPad, or their tablet. Whatever's coming out of our press box camera goes to their tablet, their phone, or their computer, and they can watch the game live. It's like a 3-second delay. It's the same technology that we're getting to the sideline on our iPad. Okay, how it's sending it to our iPad, it's sending to their devices, and they all paid $50. So do the math. If we get 200 parents this year, we're announcing this tomorrow at our scrimmage. Because of COVID, they're only letting 250 people in the stadium, including players. If we can get 200 fans to pay the $50, we are going to make $7,000. You get 70% of whatever you generate. So we're switching over to Quick Cuts. But anyways, here's what we got for our Belly family. Oops. Let me and all this stuff on Quick Cuts is exactly the same. They just emulated the Huddle screen. Okay, let me get rid of that. All right. So let's start off with Belly. Now our tailback does not do a good job with his foot. See how he just crosses over and hits it? That was our best player. He was actually our left wing, and I would just put him at tailback now and then to score. You'll see how good he is. So he should be laterally hopping here. Right, he's supposed to do the lateral hop because he's going to read this nose guard. If this nose guard comes over the top, we have the built-in line back here. Okay, but he's not doing the lateral hop like he's supposed to. You see our wing, we teach a little shuffle hop, and he goes up and he has the FBI. Okay, I really don't overcoach this as long as you're getting the job done. This kid was more comfortable just doing that, and he's following the tackle through. Now we're facing an odd front. In fact, this is the team we're scrimmaging tomorrow. We're going to see this defense, 5-3. On an odd front, we do what was called a gut call. Our guards block out on their 4-tech and the 4-eye, and we fold our tackles up on the backer like this, puts the center and the nose guard on an island so the center can't be wrong. I'm going to show you the end zone view of it. So that's why you see that funky block by our tackle. He's kind of folding up, and then our wings following through. What's going to happen is the tackle gets the backer. Our wing's doing a good job. He sees the tackle getting the linebacker, and now he's tracking this safety. Okay, and there's been times we bobbed it. I could have had the wing just go straight outside to this thing. We have two sayings for our wing. We have a bib, which is what he did right now. A bib is back inside the backer. A bob is back outside the backer. Okay, those are our two blocks for our wings. Bibbing and bobbing. You're bibbing and bobbing, Johnny. That's what we tell him. So he's going through. Oh, he didn't make the cut. He should have cut right here and got this safety. But that's what our belly looks like. There's our cut. And you see now that's just genetics, right? Or I guess I could say that's great coaching. So let's get to, we always have a tight view. So there's our two guards blocking out. Our right guard messed up. Okay, they might have made a call, though. Our guards make the call. Now, I wish the guard would have made a gut call, but he probably made an on call. So he should be stepping and gap highway to this linebacker. He was only a sophomore, so he had a lot of learning to do. You can see our linemen aren't very big when they kind of get out of these blocks. I mean, look how skinny our left guard is right here. Kyle Kerstetter probably weighed about 170 pounds. This left tackle is tipping the scales at about 205, 210. Our center was pretty big. This is our little sophomore right guard. His head spinning. He don't know who to block. And then our right tackle is starting to chop block. Oh, I know what happened. That was our right tackle. His name's Steve Heck. He was an honored little shit, and he loved chop blocking. So he probably called the gut off because he wanted to chop block this guy. He just loved doing that. Okay, so that's what that block looks like. Let me play it at game speed. What messed up was our left wing on the bib. It'll be a lot clearer on our end zone camera. So that's how we block belly against an odd front. Okay, now you can get the end zone view a lot better. It's getting pretty congested there. And you can see this linebacker scrape over the top and congesting it because our left guard, being a young sophomore, didn't attack and pick off 11. Now our tailback, again, didn't play that, but look at the linebacker. If he would have done his lateral hop, and this guard would go get that linebacker like he's supposed to, right? And our tight end would be a little bit more aggressive getting here, okay? By the way, this team went 12-0. We were district champions, right? Look at all these dang mistakes we're making. Look at this wind back, how open this is, okay? Belly is the inside zone of the wing T. Now, he does a good job. He's an athlete. He skirts through there, but that wind back is right there. I hope you're watching this going, oh, man, Coach Stewart has linemen like I do, right? They're high school kids. It's all great on the whiteboard, the Glacier Clinic. All these guys draw up these plays. But then what does it really look like, right? With sophomores and a junior whose girlfriend broke up with him, and you got the kid that's smoking weed, and you have a first string left guard, and then that's all you got. What do you do with all that? So that's what our belly looks like, okay? Now coming off of that, one of my favorite plays is our Nomo. We're going to do belly right, quarterback right and reach. Now this is our JV kids. We were beating this team pretty bad. And so our JVs were going in the fourth quarter, ride and reach. Notice that's a no-mo play. Look at the left wing, no motion. So there's no motion key. And our left guard is pulling. I don't have a good end zone copy of this, I don't think, because, well, maybe that's our end zone camera there behind the press box. So ride and reach. Now the left guard was supposed to log that. We call that a wrong shoulder log. We don't teach logs. We just tell them to pull at full speed and know which shoulder to hit. He should have hit this guy with the left shoulder and swung his butt around because we have what we call a butthole rule. This is a 28, so all the kids' butts should be pointing to the 8-hole again, but these are youngins, these are just the JVs, and then we go through. Let me see if we have a better end zone. Oh my God, look at that end zone shot. That's like a drone camera. So you see the left guard pulling. So he does the right thing. He hits with the wrong shoulder, which is his left shoulder, because our saying is pull right, hit right. But on this block, we tell him wrong shoulder, so now he's pull right, hit left. He just didn't swing his butt around for the log block. And like all young JV teams, our right tackle is completely confused. Okay, he's in a dark alley in a city he's never been in. I mean, just look at this poor kid, right? And you know how it is, these poor youngins at practice, they're using our scout players. They don't get a lot of reps and get to practice because they're playing scout defense for us. But you know what? That right tackle still got a helmet sticker because we give every lineman a sticker if we score. Fullback, in my opinion, makes a really good fake. He draws about 3 or 4 eyeballs. This is a really good fake. So this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, all their eyes are on our fullback, not on the guy getting the ball. So there's the ball. He should ride it better. He's going to turn and reach around. And there we go. We call that Nomo 3428G. G is our call anytime our guard pulls behind the center. Okay, so then off of that is the counter play. We have 2 ways we run counter. One is just the tackle trap. So this is 22 trap. Oh, that's labeled wrong. My son labeled that. It's 41 trap because we're going to left. So our right tackle's pulling. So what's happening is our right tackle is going to pull. Now, I hope he doesn't pull that way. When we have a saying when we pull. First of all, when you come out of your stance, you hit the midget. You throw the elbow, and if a midget was coming up behind you and going to pickpocket you, you're going to hit him in the jaw. That keeps our kid low, right? So we want to say, hey, a midget's coming up to pickpocket. You stay low and pull your elbow around and hit the midget. True story. I was at a camp installing this, and I'm sitting there preaching this. Hit the midget, bird dog it, hit the midget. And the boys are looking at me like I was cursing out their mother. So I knew I was saying something wrong. I'm thinking, God, what am I saying wrong? I'm not in the state. Maybe what am I doing wrong? And I go, boys, what's wrong? Coach, Johnny's mom's here. Cool, is she hot? No, coach, she's a midget. This poor boy is in our camp, and I'm saying, hit the midget, and his mom's in the stands, and she's about 3'5". I look at her. Lucky for me, she's giggling. I feel so embarrassed, like somebody pants me in PE class. I'm like, go get water. I go over. I apologize like 20 times, right? She goes, Coach, you're fine. Your coach, fine. I thought it was kind of funny. But I tell you what, every time I go to a school now and do a camp, I've been to 90 different high schools putting this offense in. Before I start this drill, I'm looking around, making sure there's no midgets anywhere watching us. So our saying is when you pull, you throw the elbow and hit the midget. And then what we tell the kid, let me draw this up more accurately. We say, then you cross enemy lines. You cross enemy lines, right? And then the saying is pull left, hit left. If he squeezes, then we wrong shoulder it. Everybody else, they don't have a man. Anytime that we're running to the one hole, whether it's a guard trap or a tackle trap, anytime we run one hole, we tell everybody, just make a wall. The tackle, the tight end, we should get a 4-man wall, tight end, left tackle, left guard, and center. We're going to get a 4-man wall right there. Any one hole, just make your wall. Don't find people. Don't go chase people. Just make your wall. So we're going to fake belly right. There's the pull. We have a pretty decent little wall there. I'm not sure why my tight end is going here, but I'm glad he did, because otherwise he'd be blocking grass. Okay? And the reason we have to hug the wall is because the way this blocking is, we don't have anybody to block the hang player. So I tell our wing, really hug the wall, because everybody else will take care of, but he won't go ahead. Actually, I'm looking at this. This probably wasn't a good play call for me. I'm calling counter over here, and they've got us outnumbered. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've only got 3 blockers. I probably should have kept running belly right here until they got those safeties over there, stopping the belly. Okay, but great players can make you look like a great coach, because we get yards on this. There we go. Good little move. I taught him that. Yep, taught him that. I taught him all that speed. That's all just great coaching right there. Okay, so there's the tackle trap. Here's the end zone view of it. So our wall actually looks pretty good. I'm not too unhappy with the wall. There it is. Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm glad I pulled this one up, Coach Allen. I didn't even realize it. Our rule is we number our holes. We have a 1 hole and a 2 hole. So the only 2 plays we run to the 1 hole, actually 3 plays we run the 1 hole, is we run midline, we run guard trap, and we run tackle trap, which is this play. Now, for the lineman, it doesn't matter. If we're running the 1 hole, we are not blocking the first man past the guard. So in midline, we're going to read that man, and on the trap, we're going to kick out the first man past the guard. In a perfect world, I hope it's a 3 tech, a 4-eye, or a 4, right? If it's a 5 tech, it's a long pull. Our kids don't call long pulls. They just know kick out first man guard. Well, this guy's not past the guard. You can see he's totally lined up on our guard. So this one, we tell the guard and the tackle, you've got to play off each other. So the guard knows he's going to make his wall. This is his highway. This is his railroad tracks. And if this guy squeezes and gets on your railroad tracks, he's roadkill. And I think I talked on the weather webinar to the kids. Your grandmother shows up with the other team's jersey on, you pancake her ass. So if the kid does not get on our guard's road tracks and stays there or loops out or runs upfield, then we kick him out. So our guard does a pretty good job here. First step through with the right foot, good step. I'm not too unhappy there. And so he's getting ready to grab grass with his left arm, grab grass, kiss the bicep, and track. But 62, look at 62's pitching the A gap and getting on his road tracks. So our guard does a really good job of blocking that. Our tackle does a good job staying tight, hip to hip. I wish our center wouldn't chase this guy, okay? And our tackle is going to track this guy. Now, this is where it got messed up, but I'm glad the tight end did it wrong. Our tight end should have been stepping with his right foot. He was a first-year senior. He's a Division I baseball player right now. We talked him into coming out as playing his senior year. He was a great athlete, big 6'2", left-handed pitcher. We talked him into coming out to play and made him a tight end. He never played football before. He should be escaping and ripping and not engaging there, and he should be going right here to block. Now, luckily, 33 takes himself totally out of the play, and the tight end goes and gets the safety, so we luck out here. But that's what it should look like. But this is what great faking does. Look at this great fake by our tailback, and he has drawn that safety's eye, so that safety has no idea what's coming up. Pretty happy with the wall. I would like our tight end to be right there in that wall. Oh, he does get that backer. Okay, take that all back. He did get the guy he was supposed to get. There's a good. Oh, well, look at that collision, coach.
Yeah.
Look at our right tackle come in and collide with this DN. Bam! Snap the old helmet back. Don't you love going to war? That's what's great about football, right? The boys just get to go to war. Just get to go to war. All right, so that's what our tackle trap looks like. Then we can go, and I'm going to wrap this up. Our other counter, I'm going to go a little faster now, is sometimes we want to pull. We want to pull both our guard and our tackle. So same thing, we fake the belly. The left wing still getting the ball like he does on tackle trap, but we're going to pull our guard and our tackle. Anytime we pull our guard and our tackle, now we're kicking out the first man past the tackle. So on tackle trap, guard trap, we're kicking out the first man outside the A gap, who's past the guard. On our true counter, because we're pulling two guys, we're going to kick out the first man past the tackle. So I'm hoping the end zone camera's right here. Oh my God, isn't this lovely?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we should be doubling 2 tons of fun here. But since he kind of goes inside, the tackle makes the correct decision to keep climbing and making his wall. But on paper, this would be a double team. We call this a lap dance. We don't chip off our double teams. We want to take this guy and put him in his lap, give him a lap dance. Now my tight end is doing a better job. And there's our wall, so nothing changes. And we want to kick out the first man past the tackle. So we're going to come here and kick him out. And then our tight end, we say our tight end comes up and leads you to the promised land. Okay? Let's see what this looks like. It all looks good on the drawings right now. Let me see if my boys listen to me. Okay, good left shoulder block, so the tackle made a good decision to keep going. Good little wall here. Now our tackle sees this guy going for the great fake, so he knows it's a join. Our tight end should come up through here. He doesn't. Is that my tight end going over there?
Yeah.
God dang it. My tight end should be coming right there. Oh, man. Love coaching high school football. All right, so let me play at full speed. Yeah, my tight end went too far. Oh, that's my left tackle. That's Brennan. He wasn't our starting left tackle. He was a defensive end. We must have had to put him in there. Somebody must have got a hangnail and came out of the game, and we had to put him in. So, yeah, he should have pulled up and taken
if he pulls up because he blocks 40, who's basically taking himself out of the play anyway.
Exactly.
If he blocks
Coach,
11,
I'm not too unhappy with this pull.
Yeah.
He crosses enemy lines. He pull right, hit right. The defensive end does a pretty good job squeezing that. I guess if I want to be nitpicky, he could have came in a little bit more and kind of dug him out.
Mm-hmm. But no, I don't think that's a bad pull at all, Coach.
Yeah, I'll take that. In film, I'm going to try to coach him up, make him better. But I'll take that. Yeah, it's really the tight end of our left tackle. If our left tackle would have gave it and got 11, I think our wing would have walked in.
Yeah.
So, anyways, 2 ways we're going to counter. We can pull our tackle, or we can pull both. And then let's wrap up with the belly pass. Now, on belly pass, we always cross block our belly pass because we want the defense to think we're running belly. Oh, that was tackle trap pass. This is a good little wrinkle here. We are sneaking our fullback instead of our wing. The fullback who we're faking to, we're going to sneak our fullback in the flats. Really hard to pick up fullbacks in the flats. And there he is. That was our fullback who we just faked to. The linemen are all messed up. Holy moly. They gutted it instead of tugged it. The tackle is supposed to go first. The guard was supposed to do a wrong shoulder log. That way these linebackers think it's belly because their D coordinator told them all week, whenever they cross block is belly. Whenever this cross block is belly. I don't know why he's not out of his stance yet. Our backside steps and hinges. So our play side just messed up there. So what we want to step and hinge on the backside, which sets up our Sally play, our draw play. He's running a drag across. We would like to cross block this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then our halfback here was really, really lazy. He's delivering pizza right now for a living because he just never would pay attention in class. He should come and lead block on the edge. And that's how we're supposed to block it. It doesn't work that way. Fake, roll out, sneak our fullback in the backfield. There we go. That's our belly pass. Here's the one. Let's hope this one looks better. Find one that looks right. That's what we're supposed to look like. Yeah. Our left tackle blocks down. I like our left guard to be a little bit more aggressive. So what's happening is our left guard should pull more aggressive around. Our wing is sneaking through there and getting the flats. That's what it's supposed to look like. And our motion guy comes around and he's the lead block for the quarterback because after the quarterback makes a fake, it's a sprint out. We always, you should be calling play action, right? This is 2nd and 1 right here. You should be calling play action on rundowns. And so our quarterback always has the option to run it. Fake, roll out, and there's our wing in the flats. Hoping we have a good end zone shot of it. So the cross block is pretty good. I just wish our left guard would have got a little. Oh, he's a freshman. Let's little Chase Lentz. He's only a freshman left guard. So we must have been thumping these guys pretty good if Chase got in the game. So the little freshman got in the game and is peeing down his pants. He's our starting guard now. So we try and get him some love. So so we always want to cross block it because I just feel like defenses that don't know wing T, they're going to say that every time we cross block,
it's belly.
Right? What's that?
Mm-hmm. I was going to say every time you cross block, I'm reading belly and I'm going to come up.
Yes. And also it could look like buck sweep, right? Because a good linebacker guy that.
Yeah, same thing. You're right.
So we always cross block our play action passes for those reasons to keep those linebackers frozen. And that's exactly what happens, right? They don't know if it's run or pass. So I'm not too unhappy with that play. I mean, I wish our little freshman would have got a little more aggressive on the log. How's it look like on the backside with a step and cut? Our right guard does a really good job taking care of this A gap. A gaps are always a top priority for us. So he decided to not step and cut. That's a little Pistol Pete I told you about, our little 140-pounder. This is old pistol right here. We call him Pistol Pete, 140-pound guard. But he knew he had A-gap problems. He got in there, got low, got his pad level low. Is working his butt off to take care of that A-gap problem. All right, love me, Pistol Pete. So that's our belly pass and what we do. So Coach, as promised, I had my timer on. I kept you down to 30 minutes so your viewership wouldn't get too bored with me just rambling on here.
Coach, I'm gonna hop back on now. I was gonna say I could sit here and listen to you talk all day, but many people aren't crazy like me.
Maybe not. But I hope that gave you guys a good overview of what we're doing with the pistol wing T. Now we've added these RPO wrinkles off of this, so this new system coming out makes you pick that up. We got that, and obviously on my videos I go into really great detail about blitz pickup, odd, even, A gap protection, B gaps. I really go through really in detail. I mean, it would take me to really teach you just belly alone. That would probably take me an hour, just belly, because you go odd, even. That's where you start. Okay, odd, even. Play side linebacker blitzes, odd even edge blitz, odd even backside blitz. Okay, odd front, and they took the 3D lineman and shifted over a gap. So now it's an under front, right? An even front. Is it a 1-3 tech or they head up on the guards? You got to go through all those scenarios. What we've done in our system, though, all those things I just told you, I would never talk to my kids like that. I teach railroad tracks. I teach areas. Just stay on your tracks. Where are you headed? And whoever shows up, that's who you block. Because otherwise, just belly, they'd have to learn odd under, even stack. And then off of those four, they'd have an edge blitz, play side blitz, backside blitz. I'd have to teach them 7 blocks on one play. And so I don't do that to my kids. We have rules. I had a email the other day, and a coach says, "Hey, COVID, we only got 7 practices. How do you get all in?" And I said, "Well, my kids just know their rules. They just follow the rules. We're going to scrimmage tomorrow. I have no clue what this team is running in our scrimmage tomorrow. I have an idea because we played them last year. I think we're going to see a 5-3. But in practice last night, I didn't do everything against a 5-3 like I was getting ready for them. We in practice, we just have our rules, and I always we go half line belly, and I start the guy head up on the guard, and I start him in an outside shade. We run the play, get everybody a couple reps. Then I say, all right, everybody move half a man. So the head up 2 guy now becomes a 2-eye, and the guy that was a 5 tech set up our tackle. Okay, run a couple bellies. All right, move half a man. Well, the 2-eye guy now became a 0 tech. We tell the 4 tech to stay. Now it's an odd front. We run a couple plays. And then the guy that's the 4 tech, we slide him into the B gap. So it's like a 3-4 that's shifted. We do that every week. I don't care who I'm playing, because I want my kids prepared for any scenario the D coordinator throws at us. Just follow your rules. Just follow your rules, and keep it really simple. And I think we talked about in the other podcast, right? The first guy outside the puller has tracks. All the backside guys have gap highway. And so that's just what we do. And we make tackle trap and guard trap literally the same play. We just pull a different guy. I think the key to high school football is your methodology of teaching. I really believe that. Because you've got 16, 17-year-old kids. We can complain about football IQ all we want, but they're not at home watching videos. They don't go to Glazier clinics. They're not on webinars like this and learning. And they're learning offense and defense. So every night they go home, we put a lot of information on each side of their brain. So they have all that stuff to learn. And, oh, by the way, they're trying to learn algebra and trigonometry and Spanish and biology. And really, of all of that, the only 2 things on their mind is beer and girls. So we come in with all this stuff, and I learned the hard way. Like, my kids don't know what a 5 tech, 3 tech, 2-eye is. That's just more stuff they have to learn, right? I just tell A gap, B gap, right? Inside, outside. Keep it simple for your kids so they can go fast. We make this thing too technical. We make this thing way too technical. Now, if I ever get some big time 6A job, and I've got indoor facilities, and I've got all these kids, and all my coaches played college, that'd be great, right?
Yeah.
But what I've got the local pizza shop owner and a couple of dads, and the math teacher. He's got a big heart, and the kids love him, but he's not a very good football coach. And I've got 50 kids, and they're all going both ways. And then that's the reality of high school football. And you go to these clinics, and you get the Ohio State O-line coach, or the whatever O-line coach. And some of these guys, Dave Christensen is amazing. Jim McNally is, a living legend, right? But there's no way we can teach in high school football what those guys are preaching, right? Dennis Crehan's my idol. There's no way I can run the wing T the way Dennis Crehan says to run in that book. There's just no way. Not unless I was at a really big school and nobody was going both ways. And so that's what I really love about your channel, right? Is you're trying to make a channel for the high school coach who's down there in the trenches, and he's got a 140-pound guard like I did.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really the key. So if you're a young coach watching this, whether it's me or somebody else, go attach your wagon to a high school coach who's living in your world, right? Stay away from the college videos and the college coaches, or the guy who's winning the state title every year at your school, at your state, but he's coaching 6A football, so he's got all the resources, or he's at a private school and he can recruit, right? In a private school, every kid on your team comes from a 2-parent home. Every kid on your team was raised right because they have a family structure. That's why they're a private school, because they got parents that care about them. Maybe sometimes the parents care about them too much at a private school, but it's different than this single kid from a single parent being raised by his grandmother, or a trailer park kid, and he's just trying to figure out what he's going to have for breakfast. It's a different world, and now I'm kind of divulging into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But if you're coaching 2A, 3A football, go find the best 2A, 3A coach you can find and figure out how he's winning football games.
Absolutely, Coach. I back you up on that one. I think I got I spoke at my first clinic talk this past February before all COVID and everything hit, and that was my selling point when I got up there and talked. I said, "Why are y'all listening to me? Because I don't have stud athletes. I'm not dripping with Division I talent. My best player might be lucky to go D3, and we were able to win and we were able to be successful, and this is how you can do it." Because I think I got sick of going to clinic talks and, like you said, talking about the Ohio State guys. Or I remember I went to a clinic talk one time and they flew in a couple guys from the IMG staff in Florida. I was like, that's not even fair. I can't do this stuff.
Right. J.C. Curtis, another legend, a preacher guy, just an amazing human being, right? Mm-hmm. He doesn't have an ego, but the high school is named after him. His name is J.C. Curtis, and he coaches at J.C. Curtis High School. I think he's won like 28 state titles. So he's at clinic. Well, obviously I'm going to go listen to him. He's running split back there. I'm like, oh my God, he's running what I love. The guy's won 27 state titles and held the school's name down. He was very honest. He put the film up like it is. He's got the end zone view. All 5 of his linemen, he named the colleges. All 5 of those linemen that year went D1. All 5. And the running back who was running the split back there with, I want to say was Auburn. It was like an SEC school. I'm sitting there in stands going, okay, this is an amazing human being. This is an amazing coach. I'm loving listening to him. But I don't have 5 D1 linemen on and handing off to an SEC running back. Okay. So, so I listened to the talk because he was entertaining. But, I mean, I walked out of there and just knew that, what he was preaching wasn't going to work for me.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Now, Coach, I appreciate you hopping on. I know you got you're getting to play football and do all that type of stuff, so you got a lot of stuff.
A long day ahead of me.
Taking your time. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, Coach, and good luck to you tomorrow.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Coach.